Justice with Judge Mablean will be life because in everything we do, it involves the law. Where's your witness?
In the evidence.
That's hearsay.
It's notarized.
I still say it's hearsay.
She's fair.
You gotta help these young men learn how to do this the right way.
Yes, Your Honor.
She's firm.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
No, I
Okay.
don't need to say anything else.
She's honest.
I'm not your child and I'm not your friend. That's the order of the court. Goodbye.
This is Justice with Judge Mablean.
In the matter of Destiny Hall versus Amir Evans, you are suing him for breach of contract. You said pursuant to a contract to perform, he was supposed to pay you $1,500 and did not. Mr. Evans' response is you did not perform. You breached the contract. Therefore, he doesn't owe you. This will be interesting, I'm sure. Ms. Hall, and who's the other gentleman there?
This is
Mr. Prescott, and you're the manager, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, let's start with Ms. Hall.
I'm suing the defendant, Amir Evans, because he did not pay me for the performance and just the event that I was contracted for. The contract stated I was to show up and perform 3 songs with the other artists, and he was supposed to have all of the required equipment for my performance. The cable that was provided did not support my performance. I'm a keyboard player, I'm a singer. The cable was too short. I was not able to perform. You know, I hold everything I do to a very high standard. I've given a lot to my career, so because of just the unprofessionalism that I experienced, me and my manager both agreed that I'm not gonna be performing.
Were you performing alone or with 3 other people?
I'm a solo act, but there was other artists that were a part of the event.
So you're a solo act?
Yes.
The other artists were solo acts as well?
I believe so, yeah.
Or were you all doing a number together?
No. I was
So
doing...
it was all solo?
Yes.
So you were going to perform 3 numbers, right?
Yes.
All singing or music or what?
Yeah, I had an arrangement of singing both and playing. One song was singing, and then the other 2 are playing and singing.
What was lacking?
Yeah, so we arrived 2 hours early for the sound check. When we got there, everything was just in chaos. It was really unprofessional. Nobody was ready. Then the DJ came with the equipment. He had the speakers, and I was able to test my equipment, test and sound check a little bit.
Wait a minute, you have to tell me all the way. A sound check a little bit doesn't. He came with the speakers and the equipment. What
Yes.
equipment did he have? What equipment did he lack?
So the speakers, it was specifically just the speakers. We're not able to hear the music, or I'm not able even to connect to, when I connect to my equipment and it connects to the speakers. He didn't have the speakers, so we weren't able to hear the sound. So when he arrived, he brought his speakers with him.
So you have your equipment, which is a keyboard.
Yes.
And what else and speakers, what else did you need to perform in terms of equipment?
Yes, so what we agreed was a mixer, a cable to connect my headphones to the mixer so I can hear my feedback, my playback with my keyboard, and a bench. The bench was not provided.
Was a bench for you to sit on?
Yes.
And what did the promoter provide?
The space. Well, like I said, he was supposed to provide.
Objection, Your Honor. The cord was just too short. I provided the mixer, the bench, and the speakers.
You provided everything?
Yes. What happened was...
Stop. Since you interrupted, but if the cord is too short, it didn't reach one of those. Which did it not reach?
It did not reach the speakers.
So then if it didn't reach it, it's not provided.
The cord was provided.
What good is it to have a cord, but the cord doesn't reach the speakers so that she can hear what she needs to hear? You tell me that.
When we did the sound check, it did not reach the speakers, so I told her to hang on so we can check to see if there was any other cords. She's suing me for $1,500 for unpaid wages, but she was supposed to...
No, you keep telling me that you had the speakers, but the cord was too short since you interrupted. Now, since the cord was too short, it didn't reach the speakers, right?
Yes, correct.
So as a result, the speakers are not provided then. You got them sitting there, but you can't do anything with them. Am I right or wrong?
You're correct, Your Honor.
So doesn't that equal not provided?
No, it does not.
Why?
In the contract, I asked for specifics from her manager, Mr. Prescott. He didn't say there was nothing that I needed. Once the day happened.
He said it was nothing that he needed.
Yes. I
How
have text
does a
messages to
performer
prove.
tell you there is nothing that I need?
I have text messages and proof.
Hold on.
Okay.
Nothing that I need. So it meant that he was going to provide all of it himself? Okay.
Specifics, Your Honor. I correct myself.
Hi, Jack. I wanted to reconfirm the equipment needs for Destiny to perform at our event. I have sent over the list of items available at our venue for your reference. Here it is. She will need a mixer, a cord, and a bench to perform. Since those items are on the list you have provided, Destiny shouldn't need anything else. I will confirm the specs and send over to you soon, okay? So we know you needed a cord, and the cord was to connect to your keyboard, right?
Yes.
Her manager did not say that to me in those messages, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Prescott, step forward. Because you're the manager,
Yes, ma'am.
and it's your job to communicate with, what do you call it, the promoter?
Yes, event promoter, Your Honor.
So it's your job to communicate with the promoter your client's needs, right?
Right.
Did you communicate with him based upon what I just read?
Here's the thing, Your Honor. I assumed that
You don't do any assumption when you're the manager.
Coming up on Justice with Judge Mablean.
And you go from venue to venue. You're not at the same venue all the time.
Your Honor.
So, hush.
Sorry.
I'm on a roll. Be quiet. Don't ever interrupt me when I'm doing that.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Destiny Hall, who is suing Amir Evans for breach of contract.
Why did you think he had everything properly done when you talked to
professionally,
him?
ma'am, I've been in the business for a long time, and I thought he was legit too.
So why we got to do all this thinking? Didn't you have a contract that said what needs to be done?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you were not at the same venue when you did this contract, right?
Right.
And you knew you did the contract not the same day you were to perform, right? It was
Right.
done before.
Right.
Did you tell him exactly what was needed?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Or did you think that he had it?
Well, to be honest with you, I thought that he had it
And why did you think that he had it?
because I assumed he was a professional since I've seen him do other
What does
events.
that have to do with anything? Because you're a professional. He's at a venue, and you go from venue to venue. You're not at the same venue all the time.
Your Honor.
So, hush.
Sorry.
I'm on a roll. Be quiet. Don't ever interrupt me when I'm doing that. You're not at the same venue all the time. You got a contract to perform a specific venue. You're not at that venue. You weren't there the day before. You weren't there when you signed the contract. Why would you assume that he has everything as opposed to knowing and telling him what you need?
Well, ma'am, like I said, I assumed he was professional, and I've seen him do other events in different places. So,
Well, you're a professional too.
Right.
So why can't I assume that you didn't send in your contract right? Because you're a professional too. Both of you are professionals. You just do different things. So my question to you was, did you let the man know everything that was needed for your artist to perform?
no, ma'am, I did not.
Well, then sit down and be quiet about it. Talking about you thought he was professional and you assumed he'd have everything. So therein lies the problem. Management. He should have let him know everything you needed before you got there. So since he didn't let him know everything you needed, something was missing. You couldn't sing it all? Because that chord wasn't there, you couldn't sing it all?
Yes, I was gonna also say there was a list provided. That's also evidence proving that.
Your manager just said he didn't tell him everything you needed. Now who's lying? You or the manager? Where's the list that was provided? And who provided it?
The promoter. He provided the list of all of the equipment that he had. So we went based off of that. That's what I was going to say.
Ooh, this too long. Venue ready equipment checklist for artists. This is a checklist and typically provided. Audio mixer, is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, that was provided.
Okay, I got to go down here to chords. This is 81 items. What word would you use for chord? Is it simply chord or something else?
Cable.
Cable.
XLR.
Okay. XLR.
Yeah.
XLR cables for mixing and audio. That's what you needed.
Yes, ma'am.
And it says that venue-ready equipment checklist for artists, it says that it's typically provided. But I don't know what venue-ready checklist this is from. It doesn't have the name of the venue. It just says a venue-ready checklist typically for artists. Is this what he provided you?
Yeah, that was what was provided, yeah.
Signed by Mr. Evans. But that's the performance agreement.
Yeah, that's all of the evidence.
Okay, so where were the XLR cables? Those are the ones that you said was too short?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And why were they too short? Because of the distance between where the mixer was and how far your cables would be? You couldn't move the keyboard somewhere else?
So, Your Honor, that cable was like 2 to 3 feet. I'm sitting down. The mixer that I plug into is right here. My headphones is right here. I'm not gonna be playing like this, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm trying to perform, like I said, I'm an artist. I take my craft
And
very
nobody could
serious.
run to the store and get a cord? Did you find this out like 2 or 3 hours before the performance time?
No, Your Honor.
But he told you you'd need a mixer, a cord, and a bench to perform. And that's why he says since those items on the list are already on the list you've provided, she won't need anything else. And this is the list you provided. So he did tell you. Don't even know that you told him what you needed yourself. I'm talking to you, Mr. Prescott. You said all the items are on the list you provided, so she won't need anything else. So you did tell him what she needed. You didn't lay it out specifically, but you read the list and confirmed that everything she needed was here. So you didn't need to tell him anything else.
Okay.
All right. 2 or 3 hours before the event, nobody had time to go get a cord?
No, Your Honor.
Why not?
Well, it's pretty busy and
Are you the only person working? You didn't have any assistants? You didn't have any stagehands? You didn't have any runners? You didn't have anybody else who could have gone to get a cord?
no, Your Honor. And plus with traffic, it was too risky. I asked her, can she still perform?
And if she were to perform, what would happen?
She would just perform without the right
And
equipment.
sound like what?
She would have sound fine and perfect.
How?
She has talent.
Isn't that part of her sound and the quality to make certain that it comes out right so that she can get another gig?
Coming up,
She decided I'm not going to do that because I don't want to compromise my value as an artist. And you know that's the way the industry works. She's not the first artist that says, don't have my sound system right, I will not perform.
you're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Destiny Hall, who is suing Amir Evans for breach of contract.
You wanted her to compromise her professionalism because you didn't have what you needed?
Your Honor, she can sing. She did not need it. I had 2 other artists that performed very well without it.
Maybe
I
they
asked
didn't
her.
need the cord that she needed.
They needed the cord too, and they still did it.
What's their names?
One artist was named Mar, and the other one was named YN.
What's her name?
Destiny Hall.
So I don't care if Susie, Johnny, Mary's, Poo-Poo did it. They made a decision to do it and to do it without the cord. That's not her name. Because they decided to do it and not have everything accurate and professional, that's on them. She decided I'm not going to do that because I don't want to compromise my value as an artist.
Exactly.
And I have known, and you know that's the way the industry works. She's not the first artist that says, don't have my sound system right, I will not perform. And you know that. The sound is everything for a singing and for an artist. The sound. Not the words, not the movement, the sound. And you are fully aware of that, are you not?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
But you wanted her to perform without it.
Yes, Your Honor. I like to give other artists opportunities to get more opportunities.
Okay.
I told her she was still going to get paid regardless of the situation.
You said you perform and I'll still pay you. She says, I'm not because it compromises the value, my worth and my value and my music. I don't want to perform under those conditions.
And she had every right to say that, Your Honor.
Coming up,
You say you sing?
Yes, Your Honor.
And his position is you could have performed without it.
Like I said, I take everything that I do with my image very seriously.
you're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Destiny Hall, who is suing Amir Evans for breach of contract.
So it's your position that she should have sang without the chord, right? Because other people sang without it, the other
Correct,
artists.
Your Honor. And the contract says she will be paid if she performs, and she did not.
The contract also said that you would provide her with certain items, and you did not. So you would want her to uphold her end of the bargain, but you didn't uphold yours.
Your Honor, I asked for specifics. I did not get the specifics from her manager.
Yes, you did.
I did
You
not.
sent him a list of what the equipment that you provide. You said, what else does she need? It's right on there, and you according to this list, you already have it. This says the list of things that are already there, venue ready, checklist for artists.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
And it shows
so-
no measurements, no anything.
You say you sing?
Yes, Your Honor.
And his position is you could have performed without it.
Like I said, I take everything that I do with my image very seriously, and I'm not going to perform with not the right quality of sound. You know,
So
I
let me
practice
hear
too
you,
much.
could see what the sound would have been. Can you sing a cappella?
Of course.
Sing.
This is my original song. Tell me why you run my mind. Tell me why you there all the time. Tell me what I'm falling so fast and so slow. Tell me how it looks inside. I really wanna know. Tell me why you run my mind. Tell me why you there all the time. Tell me what I'm falling so fast and so slow. Tell me how it looks inside. I really wanna know. My mind. Oh. Yeah.
Judge Mablean's verdict when Justice with Judge Mablean returns. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean.
That sounded all right to me. But if you had to mix it, would have been better.
Yes. I like reverb.
Because you could hear yourself
Yeah, especially when I'm playing.
on the keyboard. Mr. Evans, a chord. Come on. You should have different size chords.
You're right, Your Honor. But in the performance agreements, I asked for specifics.
Okay, he go back to that. You're right, Mr. Evans. And in the performance agreement, you said that you would pay her and that you would provide the chords and all the equipment that she needed.
I did
and you
provide
did
the
not
chord, Your
provide.
Honor.
Okay, you want to keep singing that song? You keep singing it. Here's my song. You did not provide the chord that she needed to perform. Therefore, judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,500.
Bars. All rise.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $1,500.
Some word of advice since you're new, make sure you have all of the equipment that everyone needs.
That's funny. 2 other artists, they got mad opportunities now, and you didn't.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.